A group of Republican lawmakers in the state of Florida have put forward legislation that would make school districts teach what they call alternatives to things like climate change and evolution. The legislation is being pushed mainly by a state senator by the name of Dennis Baxley, who, if you're not familiar with Florida politics, he's also the guy that gave us the Stand Your Ground law back in 2005. He's done a lot of horrible things during his time in office, and now he is trying to tell us through his legislation that these, quote, controversial topics like man-made climate change, we've got to teach the alternative to that as well. So to this legislation, I have to ask Baxley here, what's the alternative to man-made climate change? Death by flooding? Death by fire? Death by hurricane? Because those are really the alternatives to not understanding and learning about climate change. That's what we're looking at here. Is that what you want to teach kids? Like, no, don't worry about that. Just worry about how to hunker down the next time a superstorm comes and slams into our state, which pretty much happens every single year somewhere in the state of Florida. This man is absolutely insane. Dennis Baxley, Republican state senator for the state of Florida, is a complete nut job if he thinks we need to be teaching our kids alternatives to climate change. Now, evolution also absolutely ridiculous to want to teach an alternative to that. That is considered a scientific fact. But evolution's been the Republicans' boogeyman in public school for about 100 years now, so that's to be expected. But we're talking about a state that at current projections will be mostly underwater within the next 100 years. 100 years. I know Baxley won't be around at that point, but there are residents of the state of Florida right now who might be. And Baxley doesn't want to teach them about climate change. And this whole thing is actually being pushed by this group here, the Florida Citizens Alliance. Now, they have been working for several years in our state to kind of screw up the curriculum of public schools. Now, they claim they're this grassroots organization, 20,000 people. We just want kids to learn better. We want school districts to actually push this bill back in the fall. We want parents to be able to challenge school districts about their textbooks. And if enough parents object, they have to change the textbooks. That's something that they pushed for and got passed. So to be honest, I feel like this alternative climate change teaching thing will also get passed. We are a state that is completely run by idiotic Republicans who would rather keep us stupid than give us a proper education. But nonetheless, this Florida Citizens Alliance has received aid from the Heartland Institute. It's received aid from the Koch brothers and oil industry. So yeah, no wonder they don't want us to learn about climate change because, God forbid, we ask who's responsible for it, and it would turn out to be the same people who are providing material aid for this Florida Citizens Alliance and, of course, our Republican state senator, Dennis Baxley himself. These people want to keep us ignorant about the issue because the people paying their bills are the ones who caused the crisis to begin with. Thanks for watching, everybody. And don't forget, if you like what you see here, like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. And now you can also become a member of Ring of Fire and get exclusive early access to certain Ring of Fire videos all throughout the week. Just click on the little join button right below the video.